In the boundless reaches of the galaxy, where stars glittered like distant candles, the Zenari Empire reigned supreme. They were a race of beings both cunning and formidable, towering high above their homeworld. The Zenari were an ancient civilization whose society thrived on conquest, with their vast empire built upon the subjugation of countless civilizations. Known for their vast intellect and prowess in warfare, they believed themselves destined to rule, seeing lesser beings as mere stepping stones to their ultimate glory. Their knowledge in technology and strategy was unmatched, and they took pride in the efficiency with which they spread their dominion across the cosmos. As the Zenari expanded, sending their scouts and explorers to uncharted regions of space, they eventually stumbled upon a peculiar solar system containing a small, blue-green world teeming with life, Earth. From their distant vantage, the Zenari studied the inhabitants of this planet and observed that humans, the planet's dominant species, appeared to be locked in petty conflicts, using what seemed to be primitive tools and basic technology. To the Zenari, humans were merely an inferior species with no hope of resisting their might. It was a perfect opportunity to expand their empire without much resistance. Commander VX, a towering figure among the Zenari elite, led the expeditionary force tasked with Earth's subjugation. With his iridescent scales glistening under the lights of their command center and his sharp, piercing gaze assessing each tactical detail, VX was a seasoned warrior who had overseen numerous conquests. Known for his ruthlessness and authority, his mere presence was enough to inspire obedience and loyalty among his ranks. As he surveyed the data gathered on the planet's inhabitants, VX concluded that Earth would pose no substantial challenge. "Prepare the ships," he commanded, his voice booming with confidence. "We shall teach these creatures the futility of defiance." The fleet of Zenari vessels descended upon Earth, their massive, ominous forms casting shadows across the lands below. The human populace reacted with a mixture of awe and terror, their initial wonder quickly replaced by panic as they witnessed the colossal ships hanging in the sky, filling the atmosphere with an eerie silence. But the Zenari wasted no time, they unleashed sonic waves that disrupted human communications and disabled much of Earth's technology. Their arrival was meant to be an overwhelming display of power, a statement that resistance was futile. The Zenari landed their forces in a remote area, intending to set up a command center and fortify their foothold on Earth. Clad in their advanced, impenetrable armor, armed with weapons beyond human comprehension, the Zenari troops appeared nearly invincible. As they emerged from their ships, towering over the human soldiers who had cautiously gathered to investigate, VX proclaimed with cold authority, "We are the Zenari. Submit to our will, and you shall live." His voice, amplified by his technology, echoed across the plains. However, the response he received was not one of immediate surrender, as he had expected. Instead, humanity showed an unexpected resolve. Military forces from all across the globe began to mobilize in an organized resistance, gathering in cities, towns, and villages, sharing resources, and communicating covertly. Humanity, it turned out, possessed a unique quality that the Zenari had overlooked: resilience. Despite their seemingly primitive technology, humans were highly adaptable and resourceful, capable of rapid innovation in the face of crisis. Unbeknownst to the Zenari, Earth's inhabitants had a profound instinct for survival, honed over millennia. In a small, hastily assembled command center, a young engineer named Mia worked tirelessly, eyes fixed on the array of monitors and communication devices she had managed to keep operational. Mia was a visionary, someone who had always been fascinated by technology and the power of innovation. As a young engineer, she had previously designed a series of electromagnetic pulse (EMP) devices intended for civil defense. These devices, which could disrupt electronic systems, were untested on such a scale, but Mia knew that in the face of the Zenari invasion, they could be Earth's only hope. The Zenari's reliance on technology was extensive, and Mia recognized a critical flaw in their superiority: by targeting their systems with EMP pulses, humans might level the playing field. Rallying her team, she shouted, "Activate the pulse devices. We need to disable their weapons." With her command, EMP pulses were fired from locations all over the world, sending powerful waves of energy that permeated Zenari machinery. Their advanced systems began to falter, and for the first time, the Zenari found themselves vulnerable and disoriented on a battlefield. Commander VX, who had been so sure of an effortless victory, watched in disbelief as his soldiers struggled to regain control of their weapons and devices. "Regroup," he ordered, his voice tinged with frustration. Yet amidst the chaos, human resistance grew bolder. Citizens armed themselves with whatever they could find, soldiers fought with renewed vigor, and entire communities worked together to devise ways of countering the alien invaders. One such resistance group was led by Sergeant Blake, a seasoned military veteran with years of combat experience. Blake had fought in numerous battles, and he knew the strength of human tenacity. Recognizing the arrogance with which the Zenari approached their invasion, he confronted Commander VX face-to-face on the front lines. "You thought we were weak," he challenged, raising his weapon. "You picked the wrong planet." His words were more than a declaration, they were a testament to humanity's refusal to be subdued. The Zenari had expected humans to crumble, but instead, they encountered a fierce, relentless opponent. Human forces engaged the Zenari using guerrilla tactics, launching ambushes, and striking swiftly before retreating into the dense landscapes that the Zenari found disorienting. The humans, fueled by survival instinct and unity, struck with a ferocity that caught the Zenari off guard. For the first time, the Zenari faced an enemy that did not retreat or surrender, but rather grew stronger with each passing hour. Commander VX, realizing that the tide of battle was shifting, ordered a retreat, hoping to regroup his disoriented soldiers. However, the chaos had grown uncontrollable, and communication had broken down entirely. As the sun began to set, casting a crimson hue across the battlefield, the Zenari forces were thrown into disarray. The sounds of combat and the determination of human fighters filled the air, driving the once mighty Zenari back. In a desperate attempt to salvage the mission, VX activated a distress signal to call for reinforcements from the Zenari Empire. But in a well-coordinated countermeasure, the humans anticipated his move. Mia and her team had fortified their defenses around the Zenari's command structure, sending out jamming signals to disrupt Zenari communications. As a result, VX's call for reinforcements was left unheard, and the Zenari found themselves isolated, cut off from their empire, and entirely at the mercy of Earth's defenders. The battle continued into the night, and by dawn, the Zenari forces had been diminished to a fraction of their original numbers. Their once imposing ships, symbols of Zenari supremacy, now lay damaged and powerless. Humanity, emboldened by their success, surrounded the remaining Zenari soldiers, marking the end of the invasion. Earth's defenders had not only survived but had triumphed against an empire that considered them insignificant. VX, battered and defeated, stood among his surviving soldiers. He knew that surrender was the only option. "We did not come to destroy your world," he admitted, facing the victorious humans. "We were blinded by our arrogance. We thought you were inferior." His words carried a note of humility, a stark contrast to the commanding arrogance he had shown upon arrival. The humans, though still wary, accepted VX's surrender. Rather than treating the Zenari with hostility, they took the defeated aliens as prisoners, driven by curiosity as much as victory. The humans were fascinated by the culture, art, and stories of the Zenari, seeking to understand the minds of those who had invaded them. Slowly, this curiosity fostered an unexpected connection between the two species. For Commander VX and his crew, this was a profound experience. What had begun as a conquest turned into a learning opportunity as they discovered human resilience and creativity firsthand. The Zenari, once so confident in their superiority, now saw Earth's inhabitants in a new light. Humanity was not defined by its technology but by its indomitable spirit and will to survive. As VX gazed upon the Earth from his holding cell, he felt a deep respect for the species he had once thought weak. He had come to conquer but instead found himself humbled by their strength and unity. The Zenari Empire, he realized, had much to learn from humanity's willpower and adaptability. Upon their return to the Zenari homeworld, the survivors carried with them a story not of conquest, but of mutual respect and understanding. The Zenari Empire no longer saw Earth as a target for subjugation but as a potential ally in the cosmic landscape. They had set out to prove their dominance, but instead, they had been changed by their encounter with humanity. From that day forward, the Zenari Empire regarded Earth with a newfound respect, recognizing that true strength was not defined by weapons or technology, but by the resilience of spirit. Humanity had taught them that unity and respect were the true marks of a powerful civilization, forever altering the Zenari's perception of strength in the vast tapestry of life among the stars. As we journey through the stars and uncover the depths of galactic tales, remember, there's always more to explore. Thank you for being part of the adventure here on Galactic Valor Chronicles. Milky Way. If you enjoyed today's story, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on our next cosmic chapter. Leave a comment to let us know what you think or suggest ideas for our next voyage. Together, we'll keep the flame of curiosity and valor burning bright across the universe. Until next time, stay curious and stay courageous.